Hey guys, as I promised yesterday, I have a BlackWing deck for you, and I'm going to be getting into it right now. We might go over to combos, I don't know yet. We'll see. So, starting off for our threes. Three of these, he's a BlackWing Simone, the Poison Wind. I don't have three on me right now, I only got one from my box. I'm ordering him in. He's a black road searcher for you. So he pretty much you search as a BlackWing, he lays it on your spell and trap zone, and then he summons himself out, or he sends himself to the graveyard. And then after that you get your black roll into Park off, and you search out, let's say, Oster. He's one of the new BlackWings, and you can just go on your combo from there. So yeah, he's one of the threes. Next up for threes is Bora, the BlackWing Bora the Spear. He special summoned himself out, and he has piercing damage. It's pretty good. Next up, we have Gale. Probably should have showed him before saying that. But what does he do? He special summons himself out, and he targets one face-up monster on your opponent that your opponent controls, and halves his attack and defense. So, yeah, it's pretty good. Next up, for our threes, we have Oster, or BlackWing Oster the Southwind. So he's a tuner, level 4 tuner. He, I don't know, dark. You can target one of your banished level 4s or lower BlackWing monsters and special summon in defense position. Then you place counters on, or place BlackWing counters on BlackWing Dragon equal to the number of cards your opponent controls. Then you can place one wedge counter on each face-up monster your opponent controls that does not have one. So he chains with Full Armor Master. Next up for twos, I'm running 2 of Chris because after reading his effect, he's only allowed to special summon himself out once per turn. And yes, it's good to have more special summons, but I don't know, I just thought 2 of them would be better. And he can stop himself from being destroyed by spell and traps once per turn. Next up, I have Harmattan, the Dust. So you can special summon him out, and then he adds, you target one of your BlackWing monsters, and he adds their level onto him, including his 2. So if you added, let's say, Chris onto him, he'd be level 6. So you can do some cool BlackWing synchro plays with him. Next up, our searcher for the graveyard, level 4s or lowers, is Blizzard, Far North. I have a ultra rare, but he's a tuner. He, as I said, he searches out, or he special summons out one of your BlackWings in your graveyard, level 4 lower. It's pretty cool. It's when he's normal summoned, by the way. So yeah, it's for level 2. For our level 1s, we're running BlackWing Panaki, the Waxing Moon. So pretty much, if he was sent to the graveyard, and at end phase, he searches out one of your BlackWing cards, I believe. Monsters from your deck. Next up, I was debating on running 2 of him or sticking to 1, but he's really good. Probably one of the better cards of this deck. He's a tuner. When he dies, he lays a steam token. or when he leaves the field, he lays a steam token down in the field. And then after, once per duel, you can special summon from your graveyard. And by tributing one of your monsters on the field. He's really good. He generates tokens for you. Next up, I'm running BlackWing Sirocco. He's kind of like Union Attack, if you will, but for BlackWings. And yeah, I'm testing him out. Next up, BlackWing Orochi the Squall. He special summons himself out. Actually, I haven't even read what he does in a while. Oh, you can change battle position when he's sent to the graveyard as synchro material. Next up is Vayu, the Emblem of Honor. He's a tuner. When he's sent to the graveyard, you can synchro summon with him in the graveyard, but the synchroed monster that's sent onto the field has his effects negated. He's pretty cool though. That's for some cool plays. Next up is BlackWing Gladius, the Midnight Sun. He can special summon himself out, and once per turn he cannot be destroyed by battle. And he's level 3. Next up is Zephyros, the Elite. BlackWing Zephyros, the Elite. I actually just added him to my deck. He's pretty cool. You do take 400 damage, but you can special summon him from your graveyard by returning one of your cards on the field. Next up for the hand traps, I'm running 1 Ash Blossom and 2 Drolls. If you want, you could take away a Droll and add 2 Ash Blossoms, but I only have 1 at the moment. Or you could sub it out for Ghost Ogre. And this deck is 40 cards, by the way. Next up, I'm running, for my spells, 3 elves, I'm running 3 Lure of Darkness. It's pretty straightforward. Draw 2, banish 1 dark monster, and your whole deck's pretty much darks, except for your hand traps, obviously. Next up, the Searcher of the BlackWings is Black Whirlwind. So when a monster is normal summoned, you can add 1 BlackWing monster from your deck to your hand. That is lower than the normal summoned monster's attack. Or that, yes, I think that's right what I said. Next up, I'm running 2 Solemn Strikes, 1 Solemn Warning, and 1 Solemn Judgment. Oh, that's our traps, sorry. But yeah, negation, protection, defense, they're really good. It's a Solemn Brigade, if you will. As for our last 2 traps, I'm running 2 Icarus attacks. So you tribute 1 winged monster, winged beast monster, and then you target 2 cards on the field and destroy them. It's pretty cool. Since most of your deck is winged beasts, it works really well. To our extra deck, I'm running 1 BlackWing Full Armored Master. I would run 2, but I have 1. He's really good. He's not great for going first, because he just kind of sits there. But he can be destroyed by battle, but he can't be he's unaffected by other card effects. Each time a monster your opponent controls activates its effect, you can place 1 wedge counter on your opponent's monster and activate its effect. After that effect resolves once per turn, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls with a wedge counter and take control of it. Once per turn during your end phase, you can destroy all monsters in the field with a wedge counter. So I kind of picture him as he's kind of like a Borreload, where he can take your opponent's monster, but he's also a Raigeki, which is kind of cool. He's if he was a generic, he'd be like the synchro BlackWing, or synchro Raigeki Borreload card thing. Next up, we have Nathung the Starlight. I was running one, but because I only have one of him, I'm running two. He allows you to do another normal summon, and he lowers one of your opponent's monsters by 800 attack and defense. So he's pretty cool. Next up, I have BlackWing Tamer Obsidian Hawk Joe. So he's a little tricky. He's really good. You can target one level 5 or higher wing beast type monster in your graveyard and special summon it. And then during either player's turn, when opponent activates a card or effect that targets only this card, you can pretty much divert his that attack over to him. But yeah, he's really good. You can do like summon out Full Armored Master and then send him, or he gets sent to the graveyard, then special summon him out and activate his effect and summon out Full Armor Master. Next up, I'm running BlackWing Armor Master. He's he can't be destroyed by battle. You just place him in defense position and just sit on him, pretty much. And then when he attacks an opponent that has a wedge counter, you can I believe their defense gets lowered. Yeah. Or attack and defense. Yeah. Next up, running Assault BlackWing Chidori the Rain Sprinkling. So pretty much for every BlackWing monster in the graveyard, he gains 300 attack. So he can become a really high monster. He also can target one BlackWing Beast type synchro monster in your graveyard and special summon him. Or except him. Next up is Assault BlackWing Onimaru the Divine Thunder. He can get up to 6,000 attack. But one of his effects is only once per duel. So yeah, I'll talk about him later. Next up, I'm running Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend, and I'm running Hot Bane. I don't have him though with me. He hasn't come in the mail yet. But there's a cool combo you can do with him. And I know Samurai's video has come out, and this is kind of similar to him, but trust me, I did not take anything from him. I already had this deck planned like 2 or 3 weeks after the box was released. But next up, I'm running, that's why I was a little hesitant on releasing this video. There's Firefighting Darumadal. He requires 2 of Beast Warriors, or Wing Beasts. This card gains 100 attack for each Beast or Beast Warrior or Wing Beast monster on the field. And then once per turn, you can target one spell or trap on each field and destroy them. When this card is destroyed by an opponent's monster by battle, or destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can target one Wing Beast or whatever, or Beast Warrior monster, and that is banished or in your graveyard and added to your hand. And these are links, just so you know. You probably already know that now. Next up is Wee Witch Apprentice. I don't know why I said Magician. She requires 2 dark types, and she gives you 500 attack and defense, and lowers 500 attack and defense for light attribute monsters, and the other way for dark monsters. Next up, Summon Sorceress. She's 2 monsters of the same type except tokens. So you, if this card is link summoned, you special summon one monster from your hand in defense position to your opponent's zone this card points to, and then you can target one face-up monster this card points to and special summon one monster from your deck in defense position with the same type as that monster. to a zone this card points to, but its effects are negated. So she's really good. She was actually just banned in the OCG, because she has a lot of busted plays she can do. I don't have Boral Sword, but I'm running Boral Guard. I don't even have Boral Load, sadly. Sad face. He's alright for the Boral Loads. He's probably the worst of them, but he's pretty good. I haven't come up with the extra deck yet. That was loud. But you can run like... Could run 3 Gamma Seals if you want, or Kaijus in general. Or you could even run BLs or a Raigeki, or you could do even the Nightmare combo, which would be like Unicorn, Phoenix, Cerberus, that sort of stuff. But yeah, that's my deck profile. You guys enjoyed. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you did like the video. If you didn't, it's all good. Doesn't hurt my feelings, I guess. Well, thank you and have a good day. See ya.